We've just finished a segment on the left jab, and of course speed is paramount with the left jab. And many times people say to me, well, how do I increase the speed of my hands? How do I increase the speed of my left jab? Obviously part of it is genetic, but a large part of it also is the proper drills and the proper techniques. Kind of interesting sidelight here. I talked with the late, great Sugar Ray Robinson, generally acknowledged as the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of all time. And he talked about balance, timing, and delivery. And Joe Ferry, a legendary fight trainer who taught me just about everything I know about boxing, who had been around from the turn of the century, talked about balance, timing, and marksmanship. So here was Joe Ferry from the early part of the century, one of the greatest teachers of boxing in the history of the sport, and Ray Robinson, probably the greatest fighter pound for pound that ever lived, echoing almost the same comments: balance, timing, delivery, or marksmanship. What do they mean by that? Well, we've already covered balance, how important it is to have good balance. That's the essence of athleticism. Timing, what is timing in boxing? Timing is making sure that you don't punch at air, that you're not punching at nothing, that you hit the target. And the timing so that when the target is within striking distance, you're not hitting the target either too soon, where the punch is muffled and you can't extend your arm, or too late, you're too far from the target, so that the perfect striking range, which is with a bent elbow just about in this position and out, or if you have to reach too far, you've missed it. So that is timing. Hitting the target at the right time. Then, of course, they both talked about, they used a different term, but delivery, delivering the punch, delivering it accurately. How do you do that? You find the target and you find the area of the target that you want to hit. Either the chin, the side of the jaw, temple, solar plexus, underneath the heart, the liver. Those are the areas that you really want to see if you can maximize your power, because when you hit those areas, good things are going to happen for you. Now, what about speed? Well, balance, timing, and delivery. Doing it over and over and over again. Making sure that the legs are generating the power. The legs are everything. Like I always tell people, if you only have 15 minutes a day to work out in the gym, work on your legs. Most people think that boxing is a sport from the waist up. And in essence it is, because we're talking about hands delivering punches. Punching is boxing. But on the other hand, the legs generate everything. It's a leg sport, as most sports are. So anytime that you're going to work on something and you don't know what to work on your legs. Now, another point about hand speed. The Russian Olympic team around 25 years ago got into the area of using hand weights for their boxers to increase punching speed. They had some rather startling results as far as their own boxers were concerned, in that they found the hand speed that they generated through using very light hand weights was just incredible. How they did it, I will tell you. They took 1-pound weights, 2-pound weights, 3-pound weights, 4-pound weights. They used these weights in conjunction with various boxing maneuvers: the jab, the hook, the straight right hand, the uppercut, various defensive maneuvers. Using, first of all, the maneuvers with just their hands, no weights, and they would do maybe 5 or 10 repetitions. Then they would use either the 1, 2, 3, 4-pound weights, increasing as they go along, and they would use the same maneuver using the weights. Then the third time, they'd go back to just using their hands. So it was a 3-step process: without weights, with hand weights, without weights. Same number of repetitions, but in the middle group using hand weights. So you can try it out and see what happens. They had some great success with it. I've used it myself and found that it does help. But I still think that the most important thing is good timing, good reflexes, and good rhythm. Rhythm, one of the most underused terms in boxing, but it's everything. You must have rhythm. Rhythm to punch, rhythm to move. So keep those things in mind when you're trying to increase hand speed. Also, you can't throw too many jabs at the bag. Jab, 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 and when you're throwing hundreds of jabs and you don't know what to do, then throw some more jabs.